It's Tuesday, but it's 9:47, which I should have already been down the mountain and had 2 things checked off my list. There's no such thing as being behind in only one area. When you're striving to be an independent service provider in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. This is why I love getting in my car. It's like my own little isolation chamber. Unless I have company, of course, who's riding along. Puppies don't count, unless they're nervous wrecks, because then they're a constant distraction the whole time. Okay, after my me day turned into a Murphy day, I did manage to locate both my driver's license and my 2 credit cards that I was down the mountain without yesterday, because typical me, I went to the Bailey Christmas. I had to switch into my winter gear, so I put my driver's license and credit cards in the pocket, left the bag in the car, so that should I have a need for anything, I was prepared with ID and payment. And then I went down the mountain where I actually needed it and I didn't have it. So then I had to do what I hate doing and use my debit card. And of all the games I've learned to play with when it comes to the United States economy, the credit card game is the one I win when I play that game. Which is why I don't get involved in other games, like Zelle and all that, because that just makes me have to keep track. I have to be the accountant at that point. Anyway, I'm headed out to the Jefferson property. I've got a truck that wants to go faster than me that I was hoping I would lose at the V, but I didn't. So as soon as I can, I'm pulling the heck over because I'm wanting to enjoy the journey, and I'm tired of being forced into a world that has no concept of it anymore, because everyone is rush, 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 rush. I just had the vision because I was in my big picture mode, imagining the universe, and watching young Sheldon isn't exactly dulling that part of my imagination. This is the accepted theory in the scientific world for the most part. We are in a universe that has multiple galaxies in a constant forward motion of expansion. For anyone who didn't realize that, that's what our planet's doing. It's moving ever forward in an infinite path. imagination saw God. I'm going to say God because it was a being. Was not a man or a male or anything like that. Just, you know, a specific vibrational, a specific vibration of energy in a physical form. There you go. See, that to me is definition of what everyone else is having wars over when it comes to their quote-unquote God image. They all think they're right, which is why we're having the wars. We are right. Oh my gosh, when will humans figure this nonsense out and stop playing the game? Anyway, the being, the whatever, anyway, what we are is we're a little planet, but we're no different than the moisture particle from a sneeze. It's like some force of energy sneezed. And what came out is in constant flow and constant expansion. Doesn't it make sense that if transferred energy whichever one I'm supposed to be using for the, see, that's the thing. Visions have to be translated into verbiage. Verbiage is determined by, you know, whatever language or culture. You're trying to translate for. That is the reality of this present now, Earth year 2023, at the cusp of a new cycle, which we call a year. 365 days, making 1 month fluctuate every 4 years. Now, for anyone who thought that earth science was just a stupid subject and didn't pay any attention, let me educate you now. Fluctuations are what keep the balance in the cycles that humans never have had anything to do with here on planet Earth. Until this present now, because there's so many God complexes, or what I like to say, God egos. You know, they think they have it all figured out. The rest of humanity is sitting there going, do they? Or at least I think they should be. Question. I mean, stop listening to your stupid president. Yes, I said it. Stupid president. Trust the science. The only people who trust the science are people who have an investment in whatever science is attempting to shove down humanity's throat as being reality. I prefer looking at the multi-billions of years that this planet has existed, being controlled by forces that had nothing to do with humans. Absolutely zero.